Lincoln Railer basketball on WLCN 96.3 and streaming live at WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Corey Leonard, AAA Window Siding and Doors, The Carpet House, Lincoln Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Lincoln IGA, Fifth Street Food Mart, Timbercrest Veterinary Service, the Lincoln Park District, Rick Ham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Lincoln Printers, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Lincoln College, Stacy's Family Pharmacy, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, St. Clara's Manor, Eaton Corporation, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, Headline Salon LLC, Citizens to elect Kevin Bateman for Lincoln Mayor, Family Custom Cleaners, Laundry, Tanning and U-Haul, Denise Costello Salon at 416 Holly Drive, Gary's Drywall, Finishing, Painting and Power Washing, Connect Construction, Lincoln Dare, AG Farms, and by Stuffteria Pizza.
Railers and the Ironmen ready to go. Railers in their home whites with red lettering trimmed in green. Green numerals trimmed in red with the green across the top of the shoulders. Ironmen in their road black with orange lettering and numerals trimmed in white. And it is going to be CJ Wilburn and Grunder with the opening tip. And we've got a alternating possession. And I'd be interesting to see who got the possession first because...
Jump it up.
Yep, we're going to do it again. So
yeah, it's like the NBA where you got to, on jump balls, you jump it up. We're going to try it again.
So Grunder and Wilburn will try this again. Bowers was in there quickly. This time the tip is won cleanly by Normal Community. 5'7" sophomore Dalen Bodie, 6'5" senior Ben Walker, 6'2" senior Miles Smith as they get it inside quickly to 6'6" sophomore CJ Wilburn. And quickly lays it over the rim, and Normal Community on top first. Rounding out their starting five is 6'2" junior Jalen Coleman.
Well, that didn't take long. That was easy one pass and almost basically a layup.
Isaiah on the right side. Back out high to Bryson Kirby, now to Cannon. Yeah, Titus had a solid game last night as well.
Yeah, you're right. Did a good job of handling the basketball. All the Railers did. Matter of fact, not very many turnovers as a quick foul goes on number 30, C.J. Wilburn, 6'6" sophomore. So two sophomores in the starting lineup for the Ironmen. But yeah, Titus and all the Railers did a good job of handling the ball.
First foul on Wilburn, as Josh said. Lob play Isaiah, catch in the lane, kicks back out. Nolan, right corner three. Shot it long, rebound tracked down by Bodie. Walker tipped into the backcourt. He'll corral it. Slapped away again by Titus. Normal Community having all kinds of trouble getting into the front court.
That's one thing Coach Al talked about on the postgame was handling pressure. They don't do a good job of it. They did a good job at the first possession. Boy, it's a couple passes and a quick layup in about 15 seconds. But that time they throw it into the bleachers. And that 1-2-2 can do that to you, especially early on in the game.
Minute gone by in the first quarter. Cannon works across timeline against Bodie. Now on the right side to Hullinger. Grunder between the circle. Titus drives the left lane, flips it up, and a offensive foul is going to be whistled on Titus. Good job by Normal Community stepping in and taking the charge. Normal Community looking for a win here tonight to get to 500. Bodie swatted away by Titus. Titus on the floor, gets it over to Bryson Kirby. Bryson back to Cannon. Jalen Coleman out on Bryson. Titus drives through the lane, kicks it over near side to Hullinger. Bowers gets a screen from Grunder. Back out now to Cannon, now to Ben. Ben on the way up. His foot was just barely on the line, so it's a 2 for Ben. But we're tied at 2.
Yeah.
Those are the frustrating ones.
Well, I love that the basket went down, but they always used to say that was the worst shot in basketball just because would have done a centimeter or two back behind that a little bit farther, you would have had an extra point. But good to see Ben get off to a good start early.
5:45 left, tied at 2. As we said, wouldn't be surprised if this is a low-scoring game, even lower than normal than what the Railers are used to. On top to Coleman.
Yeah, nice job by Hollinger closing out on the shooter quick.
Wilburn at the free throw line. He'll turn. Toss one up from 15. That's no good. Coleman comes charging in. And wow, that looked dangerous. And alternating possession will be whistled as it was Bowers and Coleman again. And alternating possession will send it back to Lincoln. And
good job by Isaiah hanging in there.
It's always scary when you see how awkward people can land. And you get a chance to see it in slow motion off the video that Lloyd Kirby's getting for us here tonight that you can see on WLCNonline.com. Do it in slow motion, and you think there's no way the body should bend that way.
Right, yeah, and they get up from it. You know, that's the that's the better part of watching that is these guys are, of course, so well built and physical anymore.
Bryson a 3 up and rattled off, no good. Rebound down to Bodie for Normal Community. 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. We're tied at 2. Swatted away by Hollinger. Nice defense by Nolan as he walked in and took it away from Smith.
Yeah, poor offense there.
Gruttender down the lane. He'll flip it up before the shot. Another foul on Normal Community. That will go against Smith, his first.
Looked like they just handed the ball to Hollinger down on the other end, and we've already said that once, but Coach talked about that. They struggle with pressure, and I like to think that Coach was telling them probably not only in this morning when the shoot-around, but also up on the whiteboard now that it was put some pressure on them, and we might be able to turn them over a few times.
Bryson inbound on the baseline, right side basket. Gets it into Bowers. Bowers working against Smith. Now back out to Cannon. Cannon down the left side of the lane, kicks it in the corner to Bryson. His 3 off the back of the rim. That's no good. Rebound to the 6'6" Wilborn as we're approaching 4.5 to go in the first. Normal Community not in any hurry to look to the basket.
No, they've got that slow mentality, almost a mirror image of Chatham, and a little bit like us also.
Bodie a long 3, and that's up and good. Yeah, kind of lulls you in there. He just looked like he was out there to run the point and make sure everybody's in the right spot, and got an opening and drained a 3.
Yeah, it was from pretty deep too.
Cannon, lane opens up. Titus will take it in this time, and there's contact, and this one's going to go against Normal Community. And well, the way things are going, Titus is going to feel like this isn't
football.
February or January. He's going to think that this is, in September, October.
Right, yeah. It's took a pretty good beating last night, and I'm not sure who he's calling the foul, and they don't even have a number 1.
Got it on Bodie, his first. Third team foul on Normal Community. Isaiah lane opens up, goes down baseline,
nice.
Clips it off the glass and good.
Yeah, good job by Isaiah too, getting in the body of Wilburn, 6'6" and a sophomore underneath, and he got in the body and really stopped him from being able to jump. Once he got hit, knocked him off balance, and then Wilburn couldn't go up and try and block the shot.
Underneath, and a reach-in foul is going to be whistled on the offensive rebound, and the foul is going to go against.
I think it was Bryson, I think.
I thought he signaled 5. Isn't that what it looked like to you? I don't think Isaac's going to get that foul. He's sitting on the bench.
We'll take it. I mean, I don't.
Now that foul looks like.
I haven't shown it up on the board yet, so I'm not quite sure.
First free throw is up and good from Deshaun Hall, the 6'3" sophomore. Well, they've put the foul on Bryson's side of the scoreboard, but they just don't have it in the middle of the scoreboard.
Yeah,
so
I see that.
First free throw was up and good. Second one leaves it short. Ball on the ground, picked up by Grunder. 6-4, Railers trailing here. 3.5 to go in quarter number 1. Isaiah, top of the key, pulls up from 16. Back of the rim, no. Rebound down to Normal Community's Jake McCaw, a 6'3" senior.
Tough shot. Isaiah was pretty well guarded there, and a quick shot too. You know, 1 or 2 passes, and we're firing up from a 15-foot pull-up jump shot. Another turnover by the Ironmen. A tough trap there with Grunder and Bacon getting the hands all over the basketball. They tipped it away, and were able to come away with it again here.
Grunder swatted it. Bacon picked it up. Railers again with another opportunity off of a turnover. Bryson down in the corner. Grunder's open. Jumper's on the way. Shot it up long. Rebound to Wilburn. Right now, Railers, they did a great job last night on the boards against MacArthur. So far here tonight, it's been all Ironmen.
Yeah, not any offensive rebounds, and we were able to get a few of those last night.
Wilburn goes to the lane, has it swatted away by Sloan, does a nice move underneath, and we've got traveling that's going to be called. Well, I'll tell you what, Josh, rebounding might not be top-notch, but the hands are quick tonight.
Yeah, tapped away from Wilburn. Wilburn brought it down. Tate Sloan got it the first time, I think, and he might have even got it the second time as well, and then Wilburn traveled with it after. So, you'd like to not give up the offensive rebounds, but if you're going to do anything, you got to have that pesky guard in there when the big guy brings it down to knock it away.
2:15 to go in the first quarter, still at 6-4. Railers trail by 2.
Well, you can tell the scouting report's really gotten out on Bryson, man. He just is, even from his range, he is just a little too far out, and they continue to push him out that way.
Isaiah turns, jumper left it short. His defender fell down. He found himself wide open, and I think that shot was almost an afterthought. And you've always talked about if you start thinking, you're not going to make it. And then a foul is going to be whistled on the Railers out high. Foul's going to go against Tate Sloan, his first, third on Lincoln. Bodie and Wilburn out.
And Walker and Blake Foster in for the Ironmen. It's out of bounds to the Iron.
The ever-popular player not on the roster in the game. And then a foul is going to be whistled.
Jeez.
Did they get that on?
This guy's whistle happy tonight.
Foul goes against Normal Community. And Justin Myers, his first.
The guy's made every call, I think, so far as far as the foul-wise.
And the official on the far side has made every violation call.
That's a good team, I guess.
Well, there's a third one here. Bryson's going to go down baseline, opens up. Over to Bacon, back on top to Grunder. Fakes one way, down the other in the lane. Trying to get a look, over to Sloan. Minute and a half, quick moving first quarter. Not a lot of points, though, as the Railers trail 6-4. Bryson. Watched by McCaw. Screen for Bowers by Bacon. Isaiah, nice strong move. Won't go down, but he'll go to the line shooting 2. And again, you like that. You talked about it in the pregame, Josh. When Isaiah's got that lane to drive, and we've seen him get so much better than his freshman year, and he's gotten more mature. He's learned how to turn just enough at the point of contact to get the foul on the defense.
Yeah, well, normally when you're driving, as long as you don't hit square into the body of the guy trying to take the charge, that they're going to call a block. And, you always look for that either shoulder or whatever side you're going to, whether you're going in for a left-hand layup, you obviously look for that right shoulder of the defender. If you're going in for a right-hand layup, you're looking for that left shoulder just to try and get the side of them. It's the big contacts when you get them in the middle of the body, and now it's become a lot of a flop. But when it looks worse sometimes than it is that when the charges are called.
Isaiah gets them both to go down. We are tied at 6, and we're approaching 60 seconds left. And I'll tell you one thing. The Railer traps are going to be seen in nightmares for the Ironmen, because every time the Railers invite them in, they go in, and that's, I know, at least the second time they just made a bad pass trying to skip it over the top of the zone, and it's ended up in the Railer bench.
Yeah, and Coach Witzik for the Iron has, as far as I remember, always played a lot of guys, and when you bring in 2 new guards at once, boy, that's tough to come into one of those traps when you haven't seen it before. And then he just brought 2 guys in, and then they were, resulted in a turnover.
Bryson tried to kick it down on the baseline. It was kicked by one of the Ironmen, so with 47 seconds left, tied at 6, Bryson will inbound on the baseline. Well, you're this deep into the quarter. Hold for 1.
Yeah, I think you try. I don't know that Normal Community's defense is that overwhelming. Nothing like you're going to have when you play Lanphier or something like that, where you can't pressure or they don't pressure that much to be able to handle the ball and work off 30 seconds. So I think, yeah, absolutely. You got tied 6-6 here. Send that into. We've been really good lately going into quarters or going into halves. So got it down to 15 now. The Railers will set here, and get themselves the shot that they want.
High post to Isaiah with 10. Here comes Bryson around a screen. It's on the way. It's off. No good. Tracking down the rebound is Grunder. He flips it up. Isaiah tries to tip it in. Won't go down. Our score at the end of 1. Lincoln 6. Normal Community 6. Back with the second quarter in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Back at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, along with Josh Komnick, Lloyd Kirby handling the video duties, and Paula Kodat back at the WLCN studios. Jeff Benjamin with you. We are tied at 6 as we start quarter number 2. Cannon, Kirby, Grunder, Bacon, Bowers on the floor for the Railers. Quick 3 on the way is going to be up and good for Miles Smith, his first points of the night.
Tell you what, the Iron have been excellent in the first few seconds of the quarter. They scored in a matter of 10 seconds in the first quarter, and then they just scored in another matter of 10 seconds to start the second. It's been the 7 minutes and 50 seconds after that.
Those are some great motivational speeches.
We start the quarter well. We just have not been able to finish.
Bryson a long 3, left it way short.
Yeah, and Bryson now already 0 for 4 on the game tonight, and where he has been red hot for the Railers.
Trapped by Bacon and Kirby. They get out of it. Bodie works it over to Walker. Now on the left side, Coleman. Wilburn in the lane. A little jump hook is no. Bacon the board for the Railers.
Yeah, not a bad move, though. Wilburn fake one way, turn middle with that right-handed hook, and at 6'6".
And a sophomore.
Not a lot of guys, not a lot of guys are going to contest that.
Cannon's picked up his dribble, gets it back out to Grunder. Isaiah near the volleyball line, makes a move against his defender. Now over to Cannon on the right wing. Back on top, Kirby. Bryson gets a screen from Drew. Down to Grunder. You wonder if Grunder can take him baseline. There he goes, off the glass and good.
Yeah, he was wide open. It almost was daring him. And you kind of sensed that Ben was going to do that because he kept looking off to the top of the key, and then all of a sudden, boom, he goes right-handed and goes right by his guy.
Inside Wilburn, bounce pass, nice play down low for Normal as Walker scores to make it 11-8. The possessions where they've just gotten the ball and went to the basket, they've looked good. If they run an offense for more than 10 seconds, it kind of fizzles out.
Right.
6 minutes to go in the first half, 11-8. And traveling is going to be whistled on Titus. It almost seemed like an afterthought call. It's like he saw it, and he's like, man, did I? And then he decided,
I almost wonder if the coaching staff from Normal told him first or what it was, and then, oh yeah, I think that was travel.
Hullinger in, Bacon back out. Railers only with 8 in the game, 4 for Grunder, 4 for Bowers. Those were the ones in double figures for the Railers last night, combining for 27 points in the win over MacArthur. Bodie checks with Coach Witzig. Now on the left side, Smith. Coleman at the top of the key, hands to Bodie. Bodie lobs inside to Wilburn. Baseline again, off the glass. Once again, Walker scores, and carbon copy of the last basket Normal Community scored. Just took them a little longer to get there, but they're finding a lot of ease getting it right there to in the block. Yeah,
they're getting it, and they're getting it to the middle too. You know, first it starts in the middle with Wilburn, and he does a good job of passing down to that block short porch area, and they've got a guy that can score it down there. So the Railers have got to, a cardinal sin of the 1-2-2 is letting the ball in the middle, and right now we're letting it.
Fouls on Coleman, his first. That's 16 fouls. So with 5:21 to go in the first half, inbound to Kirby, works its way out to Nolan Hullinger. Top of the key, 3 is good.
Yeah, that was a big 3. We got the out-of-bounds play that almost got Cannon a layup underneath, but he had a couple guys on him. Hullinger's man went down to help, and then we kicked it back to Hullinger, and he had the top of the key. Great look at a 3 and was able to knock it down.
Inside, nice job by Isaiah as he tipped it away, but he tipped it right back to Coleman. Down in the low blocks, Walker swinging around Bodie. He'll fire another 3. It's on the way, and he hits his second of the night. 16-11. Normal Community stretches it to a 5-point lead, 4:40 to go. Cannon, screen from Grunder. Now to Bryson, top of the key, back to Nolan. Well, we know the Railers like to find the hot hand. Isaiah's going to drive in, throw it off the glass. Won't go, but he's going to the line for 2.
No, good drive by Isaiah and got fouled on the way there while attempting the shot. So he'll go to the line. He's been there a couple times already tonight.
Isaiah, first free throw is good. The superstitious person in me will just stay quiet about how he's been doing from where he's at now.
Too late.
If I didn't say it.
I'll still blame you.
On the way. Thank you, Isaiah.
All right. All right, Ray, let's get a couple stops here. It's been, they had 6 points at the end of one, Jeff, and already 16 here. 10 points through about halfway through the second quarter travel. Yeah.
That travel's going to be whistled on the Ironmen after Isaiah made both free throws, giving Isaiah 6 on the night, 16-13. Lincoln after the turnover, a chance to draw within one, tie with a long one.
Very nice to get Bryson a wide open look here. Of course, the scouting report's out on him, and everybody knows he can shoot it from deep, but we've yet to really give him a really clean, good look. I think 0 for 4 tonight from three-point land.
Titus will fire one away. And, whoa, and it'll roll back in.
Yeah, a little Roy-esque shooter's touch there, and I like what Titus did too. No hesitation there. Just caught it, shot it, was ready for it when he got there, and the junior was able to get a big three to go down. So big lift there from the scoring column there for Titus.
Nice defense by Grunder on the baseline as he forced an awkward-looking shot for Normal Community. Oh, Bryson had an open look, didn't take it. Kicks it back to Isaiah. Down the lane, flips it up. Not going to go down. Rebound to Coleman, and Normal heads the other way.
Yeah, normally Isaiah's pretty strong with going to the ball. That was not a strong move as he made a nice cut to the basket and a nice look by Kirby, but went up pretty soft and just kind of flung it off the bankboard.
Down to 3:10 in the first half. Tied at 16. Jumper on the way. Three is up and good. Dwight Foster, the unrostered player, makes it 19-16 Normal Community. Kirby and Cannon play catch near the timeline. Titus now to Nolan. Open for another three. That one's short. And the first one Nolan hit, he was right on the line. That one, you could tell he was a few steps behind it. Jumper from the corner up. That's going to be no. Hollinger with great rebounding position, and that forced that foul on Normal Community.
Probably got away with one too, Jeff. They were wide open in the corner, and they've done a pretty good job so far of knocking down the threes. So that time Hollinger had good position underneath for the rebound, and they went over the back. So Nolan's going to get to attempt a 1-and-1 after that's the Ironmen's 8th foul.
2:27 to go. Nolan, the 6'1 senior, already with 3 on the evening. Free throw on the way is up, off, no good. So we stay at 19-16. Foster, Myers on the baseline. Quick move by Hall. And he got fouled by the Railers going up for the shot. Foul on Hollinger. His first, 4th on the team. Oh, they give that one to Isaiah, rather.
Yeah, they've been able to get it right to that short porch area too easy. You know, it's an area where our back should be able to step in front and take that pass away. And right now they've been getting it there, and once they get it there, they've either drove to the basket on the baseline or been able to dump it down to the guy that crashes to the basket from the free throw line. So hopefully a halftime adjustment by the coaching staff will deny that guy from getting the basketball.
Both go down. It's back to a 5-point lead. 21-16, Normal Community closing in on 2 minutes left in the first half. Hollinger on top to Cannon. Bryson at the timeline. Bounce, nice look to Grunder. Open Hollinger's got a good look at a three. It's on the way. Won't go down. Rebound to Wilburn. Boy, Nolan's not going to get a better look than that.
No, and he shot it and he kind of faded back from it. You always want to keep that shot from where you shoot it come with the same spot, stay there, and let that thing, just a little momentum backwards can bring you short on your shot, and that time Nolan was.
Normal has it swatted away again by the Railers, so another turnover by the Ironmen. Titus drives by his guy, little glass.
Yeah.
The glass is good. Well, I tell you what, Titus's strength has really shown from last year to this year, and he's gotten so much better at when he gets right to the low block, to leaning just enough to force the contact, but it's not enough contact to keep him from getting the shot up.
Well, and it may have been enough contact last year if, minus the weight room in the summer and all that kind of thing, that just maturity from a sophomore to a junior happens. So, credit that those things pay dividends when you're working your tail off in a weight room or out on the track or whatever you're doing to get stronger. They don't show up all the time, but they have lately for Titus.
Titus makes the free throw to make it 21-19. Quickly down to the other end, foul whistled against the Railers as Normal Community goes up for a reverse layup. And it looks like Drew Bacon will be checking back in as foul is called on Grunder. Hall's first free throw up and good. He's been making a living at the line. He's 4 of 5 from the free throw line tonight. Second one rolled off. Isaiah, can he track down the rebound? He can.
Yeah. Need a couple stops here, Jeff, and a couple scores maybe to get back ahead on this game here before halftime.
22-19. Down to a minute to go here in the first half. Bryson on the far side. Isaiah works baseline, now brings the dribble back out, picks it up, looks out to Bryson. Haven't seen any pick and rolls tonight. Like I think we used them all up last night.
Had a couple. Saw Ben get to the basket on one and score. A little more, not as many as last night, but yeah, you were starting to see just a few of them, and before then we didn't see hardly any at all. So Coach Ewald runs a lot of the offense. I know that, and it's something he's implemented here in the last probably week or so.
We're down to 30 seconds. Railers look content to try and go into halftime tied. All just standing around waiting. Titus holds.
Good thing there's no shot clock.
Grunder on the right side, down to 7. Bacon backdoors it to Titus. Titus kicks back out to Grunder. 3 is on the way. Back rim, no. Rebound tracked down, swatted out of bounds by Isaiah. Buzzer will sound, and that's where the first half will end, with Lincoln trailing 22-19. We'll be back with the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic Center halftime show in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.